Hi, future grade 12s and the class of 2026. I'm here to just take a few minutes to walk you through and remind you of how you register for your courses online. So I know you've done this quite a few times, and so you might feel like, I already know this, but the stakes have never been bigger because your grade 12 year is super, super important, and we want to make sure that you select all the courses that you need and that you get this done. So just listen up for a few minutes. Some important dates. So today you'll get your course planner. Remember, this helps you to plan out all the courses you need to get your diploma or your certificate of achievement. Remember that April 16th to 17th is your registration window. So that's when PowerSchool will open, the portal will open for you to be able to register and input your requests from your course planner. So your steps, number 1, you'll fill out your course planner. Make sure you take it home and discuss it with your parents. That's important. Again, it's grade 12. You got to make sure that you are taking the right courses and that you're both on the same wavelength of what courses you should be taking. So number 2, again, your window is April 16th to 17th. You can register at home or at school. Just don't do it on your phone. I promise you, it just does not show up as nicely. It's glitchy. Make sure you grab a Chromebook or from home on your computer. That's the best way to do it. Or at lunch on the 16th and the 17th, counselors and admin will be in the atrium down at the tables all lunch hour, and we're there to help you. So if you just want a little bit of reassurance, make sure you're taking the right things, you're doing your registration correctly, that's what we're there for. So please come and get some help on that day from us. So again, I know you've seen this analogy before, but it works. We want to make sure that you understand that you need to be very mindful in making informed choices for your courses next year. So sometimes what happens is students make their registration selections, they input it on their computer, and they don't put a lot of thought into it. And then in the fall, when they get their timetable, they say, oh, I need to make a whole bunch of changes. And we're here to tell you that our school is getting so big, our classes are so full, that we just really honestly can't make many changes. So that's why this is so important to get it right. Our analogy is it's kind of like a hamburger. You're at the drive-thru speaking to the little speaker thing, telling them, on my hamburger, I want pickles and onions. And then let's say by the time you get up to the window and they hand you your burger and you say, actually, I decided I don't want pickles and onions. I want lettuce and tomatoes. It's too late. They've already made your burger. Same thing. In the fall, we've already made your burger. So make sure you're very mindful in choosing your courses. So a common question we get is, how many courses do I need to register for? So being that it's your grade 12 year, if you're going for your diploma, you are looking to earn at least 100 credits. So 100 credits does the trick, but we always advise that you should aim for about 105 at least, just to have a little bit of safety net. We also know you need to take your English and your social all the way to the 30 level, and your science and your math to the 20 level. You'll also need 1030 level credits. So again, that's not 1030 level courses, that's credits. And these have to be other than English and social. So your 30 level science and math courses can count for that, as well as phys ed and any other options. Those count for your 1030 level credits. A lot of you probably already have a few and you just don't know it. You may need to make sure you have comm and phys ed, which most of you did back in grade 10. And you also need to have 10 option credits, which again, most of you checked that off way long ago in grade 10. If you have questions about this and you're not sure where you're at with your credits, make sure that you pop by Student Services or email your counselor. So 25 is your minimum credit load for grade 12. So the system will make you register for 25 credits. Even if you have done all the math, you've met with your counselor, you know you only need, let's say, 20, the system will still require you to select 25 credits. If you select a course and then you find out you don't need it, then in the fall you can drop that course. But we need to make sure you have 25 credits in your registration. So again, I know you guys have seen this so many times, but it's Sweet 16. So scheduling blocks, this can be kind of confusing. I'll walk you through it. I know this is probably your third year of it, but we'll walk you through it. So if you look in semester 1, we have 4 blocks in a day. and we have day 1 and day 2. So that's 8 blocks. If we look at semester 2, we have, again, 4 blocks, 2 days, 8. So 8 plus 8 is 16. Okay. And if we look at the blue courses, that's a 5-credit course and it's taking up day 1 and day 2. So it takes 2 scheduling blocks. That's all your core courses, and many option courses in grade 12 are also 5 credits. The pink course is a 3-credit course and it only takes 1 scheduling block. So again, 16, Sweet 16 means that's a full timetable. So if you are looking through options and there's some that you have questions about, so when you're going through your course planner, if there's some that you aren't familiar with or you're not sure what the prerequisites are, you can go to our school handbook and find all your answers there. So under students and then student handbook, there are blurbs for every single course. So some important things to remember. So you have to remember that you need to have the prereq to be able to go into the next level of a course. For example, if you just had Art 10, you couldn't skip to Art 30. You need to have that Art 20 in order to do Art 30. So we say that prereqs are like the key that unlocks the door. Also, obviously, a passing mark is a 50. So if you did not get 50 in a course, then you don't have the prereq to go on to the next course. Also, if by now you haven't completed COM or Phys Ed in grade 10 or 11, you'll have to complete them in grade 12. Again, they're graduation diploma requirements. So also, if your course changes, if your mark changes significantly between the time you do your computer registration and the time near the end of the year, you need to contact your counselor to let them know we need to make some changes. I promise you, it is a million times easier for us to change it in June than it is to try and change up your whole timetable in the fall. So let's say, for example, you recognize by June that there's a course you may not pass. Come talk to your counselor or email your counselor so we can adapt your requests. Again, much harder in the fall. A reminder that if in one of your core courses you have between a 40 and a 49, so not a pass, but under a pass, but a 40 or above, you can do something called retroactive credits. So let's say, for example, you were in Social 20-1 this year, and let's say that you're projected to end up between 40 and 49. Let's say you're a 42. So you will be able next year to go into Social 30-2, okay? And once you complete that, you'll get 5 credits for Social 30-2, and it will actually kick you back 5 retroactive credits for Social 20-2. So if this is you, please contact your counselor. We can help talk you through it because I know it's a little bit confusing. So when you go to register on your computer, not on your phone, this is what the system will look like. And I'm sure you're all pretty familiar with it. Just know that any course that has a red exclamation mark beside it means you must make a selection there. Courses that don't have that, you don't need to. So it will go in the same order as your course planner, so that's helpful. So as you click through, it will let you continue on if you complete the ones with the red exclamation marks. So another thing to really pay attention to is putting your alternates, selecting your alternates. So again, alternates are courses that you would be okay to take should you not get into some of your top option courses. So every once in a while it happens, right? It happens more often than we'd like, but sometimes you may choose 2 courses, option courses, that turn out to be at the exact same time. And you can't be 2 places at once, so you need to make sure that you have alternates. So another reminder that we are here to help. We know that there's a lot of questions, especially registering for grade 12. There's a lot of decisions to be made. You're thinking about post-secondary. You want to make sure you have the right requirements. We are here to help. The best way to access us is to email us. So we are your Alpha Group counselors based on your last name. You can find our email addresses on the website.